the market is going to have a big response to the report today, one way or the other. Why? Because it's all about the Fed. So here's what you need to know before the bell this morning. A couple things that we've talked about here just recently with the markets is markets have just been kind of in this hang out and wait mode here really for the last couple of weeks, but really the last couple of months. As we talked about yesterday, we've just been in this really big consolidation range now for the last 2 months. Really have not gone much of anywhere at this point. And prices just really kind of continue to just, despite whether it's DeepSeek, tariffs, on Canada and Mexico, or whether it was tariffs on aluminum and steel prices, the market just really has shrugged a lot of that off. And despite, these big concerns and headlines and everything else, and, had a lot of bearish headlines, so it was like, oh, this changes everything. Yeah, not so much. Markets just kind of keep just hanging in there. We've seen a lot of rotation within the markets. We've seen money go out of technology into financials and into healthcare. Now we're seeing money kind of rotate back in the other direction. But that's just the markets have just been really rotating through this. And the markets continue to really hold key support. Now, the one thing we're looking at today is the market is going to make a move in a direction today based on this CPI report this morning. If it's too hot, you're going to see a fairly decent move to the downside. If it's cooler than expected, you'll see a decent move to the upside. Now, importantly, though, right now we are in a very defined little consolidation wedge that's been going on. So we've been compressing prices. We've talked about this before on the show, that we've been compressing these prices and again, within a very narrow range, and they've been holding support, which is bullish right now. So if this report comes in a little bit cooler than expected this morning, we could see a significant, at least a decent move to the upside, maybe 1.5% today. If we see one that's too hot, we're going to probably take out some key support here today, and then we'll kind of see where the market settles after that, depending on that report. What is likely not going to happen is this market doesn't do a whole lot today, at least at the open. We may wind up flat for the day, one way or the other, based on kind of market trades, etc. But initially, after this report this morning, you're likely going to see a fairly decent move. But we're so compressed in price right now, we're probably going to break out of this channel. We'll see. We'll follow up on this tomorrow to see if that's indeed the case. But we've got a couple of things are going here. We do have some good support at the 50 and the 20-day moving average, which is sitting right below where prices are right now. The 100-day is sitting right around 59.80. On the index. So again, there's some decent downside support, and then right at 6,100, we just have a whole lot of overhead resistance, and that's been the real challenge for this market over the last really 2 months, has been trying to get above that resistance at 6,100. We keep running into it, failing off of that. Depending on that report today, we may be trying to challenge the breakout of that resistance level to the upside if it's cooler than expected report. On the downside, keep a watch on 100-day moving average for the next level of support if we do break to the downside of that consolidation range. Again, just kind of be a little bit cautious here, and we'll see how things work out. We'll talk about it more tomorrow, but that's what you need to know before the bell today.